Please let me share with you a very interesting game. I had the white pieces, I started with d4, c6, c4 and d5. This is the Slav defense with transposition. Here we have a lot of interesting moves with white. Maybe we can play knight to f3, knight to c3, maybe e3 and other moves. But here I just played this move c takes d5 and c takes d5. This is the exchange Slav, and the game is very interesting because we have a lot of fireworks, a lot of counter blows, a lot of attacks, and even in this drawish looking position we can play a lot of attacking ideas. How to start? Bishop to f4, knight f6, knight c3, this is theory, bishop to f5, and here black tried to copy white's moves, but this pawn is weak and white is a tempo up. For that reason I played queen to b3, immediately start attacking here on the pawn b7. He played b6 in order to protect that one. My opponent had 2100 elo points on Blitz, on Litzes, and here I replied with that move knight to f3. Unfortunately I missed the best one here. Can you find the best move? And yep, this is knight to b5, and now it's extremely difficult or impossible to stop this threat. White is almost winning here. For example, after this move we can play queen a4, try to attack this one and attack on c7 as well. So he cannot do a lot of things about that. White is winning. I played this move, this developing move. Okay, he has to play a6 obviously, but he didn't play that. He played another development move like this. I played knight to e5, bishop e7, and here is another very typical idea. If black managed to develop this bishop outside of the pawn chain, it looks nice for black, however has a drawback. The drawback is the light squares. And here I play this nice move, e4. Another possibility is to play queen a4 instantly, but e4 is also good. I'm attacking the bishop and opening up this monster from f1, and this bishop can land on b5. And now we have knight takes. Here I played this check, and unfortunately he cannot put the knight there because we can take with the bishop now. So for that reason he played this move, this ugly move. I castled short side, and now you can see this king is very poorly placed there, and this rook cannot join the attack. For that reason he played a very aggressive move. He played here g5, tried to attack my bishop. I drop it back. He played f6, which is a nice move because he would like to exchange some pieces or force me to go back. But I didn't go back, I went forward. Knight to c6, tried to attack his queen. We have some exchanges here, and now he played rook to c8. Finally we can see he is trying to complete his development and he is creating some threats. My bishop is under attack. Now I captured on e4, tried to complicate the game, he captured there. And now knight to g3, and you can see I'm concentrating in this area of the board, in the king side, and I'd like to open files there. He played this one, queen to b5, tried to attack the rook, he went back, and now it's white's turn. What are you going to do here with white? Do you like the content? Subscribe in the video and turn on the notification bell. I played f4, the best move, tried to open up lines because I'm threatening to capture here on g5. He played g4 logically to close the file, and now I'm trying to continue opening the game with this move f5. You see, I'd like to push it forward to capture there, and after e5 I can recapture, and after that push my pawn forward on f6. This is the idea. So he played here h5. It's an interesting move actually. He tried to attack my knight, and if he managed to play this one, then he will be able to capture my pawn on f5. However, I captured the free pawn. He played this one, knight f5, and he has to eliminate this knight because this knight is very strong. He captured there, and I recapture with the rook. We have h3 here, tried to open some lines on my king side. I played the strong move, rook takes on d5, and now he replied queen to c7. It's another time for you to pause the video and try to think, what are you going to do here with white pieces? In my previous video I talked to you about the puzzles. You can go on my website, you can log in or register for free. After that you can click puzzles, scroll down the page, and here you can solve for free this puzzle Talented 1300. You can click start, and then you can answer the 10 questions. Did you manage to do that? Did you manage to perform this puzzle? Of course, I have a blog post. You can click chess here and you can go to the blog, and after that you can click this button. You can find more information about this course, establish an expert chess understanding and play like a pro. We have a lot of ideas there. You can see the video on YouTube, and if you scroll down you can click the talented or the talented button, or you can click this picture. Right now we have some offers, and if you like to see this before other people, you can consider to register for free on my website and join the mail list, because I'm sending there all the useful information. And if you click on this one, then you can see the product page. Here you can see the curriculum and other interesting information about the course. And if you scroll up, then you can click basket, and last but not least, click here proceed to check out, and you can enroll to the lessons. We have this course on English and on Greek as well. Going back to our game, here I played rook to d7, the second best move, try to attack his queen and create some troubles, but here we have another very strong idea. I didn't find it during the game, then the idea is rook h5, because his king is very poor and I'm trying to attack his rook here. He can exchange of course, but now I'm threatening checkmate. As you can see, it's stronger than the game continuation, and after that the bishop can join the attack, the bishop can join the attack here on h6, the queen is there, the pawn is there, and we have a very powerful attack. We have a stronger army on the king side. This is a check, for example, here another check, we can capture a pawn, and after that we can capture the pawn on h3. We are threatening some discovered checks here, and we are overprotecting this h2 square. It was the best continuation, but during the game I didn't manage to find it, but I played a very nice move, rook to d7, another logical move. He played here, and now he started threatening checkmate ideas, because the queen is threatening on g2, because he has a supporter, the pawn, so she is threatening there. The queen is threatening checkmate. I played queen to d5, very nice move, because I have some ideas here, not only defending my pawn, but I'd like to sacrifice my queen on e7, and after that to deliver a checkmate with the queen on f7. This is a tactical idea that I had in mind. He captured there, now he is threatening the rook. I don't have a lot of time, I don't have time to capture his bishop and perform my idea. This is why tactics are so important, and we should calculate, we should care about opponent threats. Here I played rook to f1, putting the rook against the enemy king. You can see this pawn is very vulnerable right now, and he replied rook to c2. He is putting a lot of pressure here, and if he manages to capture like this, then he can open up his rook. He has some counterplay, but actually here it's a very nice diagram. You can pause the video and try to think. What are you going to play here with white pieces? Hey, do you like the content? Now it's time to click the thumbs up button. It is a checkmate in 4 moves. I hope you find it, and the best one is rook takes f6. Amazing. If you manage to find it, please write it below in the comments and state it. I managed to find this one. And after bishop takes here, we can play rook f7. It's interesting, or more directly we can give a check there with the queen, rook c8, and this is the final checkmate, the back rank checkmate. But during the game I didn't manage to calculate everything here. I played a normal move, bishop to f2, and he just captured there. And now it's my turn, I recapture there, he gave a check, I went back, he gave another check, I went inside, he checked me again. I calculate all of these things, and now when my queen is close to my king, I feel very safe, everything is just fine here, my king is very secure, and I'll start attacking. His best try is to capture the pawn, of course, but again white is clearly better. We can play something like rook to c7, or we can capture the pawn there on a7, but he just played queen h6, tried to do something against the king side, I guess. I captured this pawn, he played rook to g8, and now white is completely winning thanks to that move queen a8 check. Of course, you cannot interfere with the bishop because this is a checkmate. He played king to d7, I captured the bishop, he went back, and now after rook e8 it is a checkmate in 10 moves, but there is no need to calculate a checkmate. We can exchange this rook, this pawn is powerful, and we can win the game. Did you like this opening? Did you like the game? I hope so. Thank you very much for your attention and see you soon. Thanks for your time and I hope you enjoyed the video. Here it's time for action. This is the initial page of my website and here you can click Give me access to get access to free lessons. You can read this page and if you scroll down, here you can add your name and your email. After that, you're going to take a free lesson how to avoid chess blunders. So, time for action is now and you're very welcome to join my mail list.